Welcome back, Rich Nation. My name is AJ, and today we're going to be continuing Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 2, Episode 9. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/AJRich123, and let's go ahead and start.
Today's the day! Can you believe it? After all that time searching for a teacher, I'm finally starting earthbending.
Oh, well, there you go.
This place, it's perfect, don't you think? Sokka? Oh, you're still sleeping, huh? Sorry.
How early is it?
Good morning, earthbending student.
Good morning, Sifu Toph.
Hey, you never
Oh,
called
yeah,
me
now you have to
Sifu
treat her
Katara.
like a teacher.
Well, if you think I should.
Sorry, Snoozles. We'll do our earthbending as quietly as
Snoozles.
we can.
There's your wake-up call. Sokka just never catches
So
a
what move are you
break.
gonna teach me first?
Move a rock.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
The
You gotta
key
start
to
with the
earthbending
basics.
is your stance. You've got to be steady and strong. Rock is a stubborn element. If you're going to move it, you've got to be like a rock yourself.
Like a rock. Got it.
Good. Now the actual motion of this one is pretty simple.
A lot of force.
Okay, you ready to give it a try?
I'm ready.
Rock beats Airbender.
Yeah, Rock always wins.
I got you, Dad.
Oh. That's his son. Oh.
Beloved Lieutenant,
His son that died.
I will see you again.
It was a surprise attack.
Of course he'd be
Somehow,
thinking about
that's not so
something like that.
surprising.
I hope I made it the way you like it.
Good. That was very bracing.
He's trying.
So, Uncle, I've been thinking. It's only a matter of time before I run into Azula again. I'm going to need to know more advanced firebending if I want to stand a chance against her. I know what you're going to say. She's my sister and I should be trying to get along with her.
No, she's crazy and she needs to go down.
At least, he understands.
It's time to resume your training.
There you go. I'm
understand
glad
what
they
went
weren't
wrong.
away from
You
each
did
other
it
that
exactly
long.
the way you did.
Maybe there's another way. What if I came at the boulder from a different angle?
No, that's the problem. You've got to stop thinking like an airbender.
Yeah, I feel like you have to think for each different style of bending is going to have a different way of doing it. So if you try to apply the same thing you would do for air bending or fire bending, water bending, it's not going to work for this. So you have to kind of, I mean, that's why you need a teacher in the first place for a certain element. It's just completely different or different type of bending.
I mean like this.
Oh, use your head. Yes, head on. Perfect. Use your head.
I've been training Aang for a while now. He really responds well to a positive teaching experience. Lots of encouragement and praise, kind words. If he's doing something wrong, maybe a gentle nudge in the right direction.
I don't
Thanks, Katara.
think she
A
can
gentle
do
nudge.
that.
I'll try that.
Or nudge him.
Today's eye, Twinkle Toes!
Oh, Jesus. Don't break your hand.
Rock line!
He just wanted his weapon. Whack a rock? Oh. That's kind of cool. Well, there you go. And this is kind of like strength training, too.
Rock line!
You're awfully cute, but unfortunately for you, you're made of meat. Just a bit closer.
Oh, yeah. That thing is adorable. You can't kill that.
You are one lucky little
Or he
meat
can't
creature.
physically kill it. At all.
Lightning is a pure expression of firebending.
Ooh.
Without aggression. It is not fueled by rage or emotion the way other firebending is. Some call lightning the cold-blooded fire.
Ah, so it is something that you can actually learn, and it's okay. Because I was seeing what Azula do it and all that. So now it is something. It's like advanced firebending. It seems like.
That's why we're drinking tea. To calm the mind.
Oh yeah, good point. I mean, yes. There is energy all around us. The energy is both yin and yang. Positive energy and negative energy.
So back to that.
Only a select few firebenders can separate these energies. This creates an imbalance. The energy wants to restore
So
balance,
that's why it's so
and
rare.
In the moment the positive and negative energy come crashing back together, you provide release and guidance, creating lightning.
Okay. That is kind of cool.
I'm ready to try it.
Remember, once you separate the energy, you do not command it.
Oh. Maybe this is going to take him some time.
A little different. Instead of moving a rock, you're going to stop a rock. Get in your horse stance. I'm going to roll that boulder down at you. If you have the attitude of an earthbender, you'll stay in your stance and stop the rock.
Or you'll get pummeled.
Like this.
Sorry, Toph, but are you sure this is really the best way to teach Aang earthbending?
I'm glad you said something. Actually, there is a better way.
Not.
This way, you'll really have to sense the vibrations of the boulder.
You
to
just
stop
made it worse.
Thank you, Katara.
Yeah, thanks, Katara.
Or break. Okay, dodge.
I guess I just
Yeah,
panicked.
it defeats
I
the
don't know what
purpose
to
of the
say.
exercise, though.
There's nothing to say. You blew it. You had a perfect stance and perfect form. But when it came right down to it, you didn't have the guts.
I know. I'm sorry.
Scary.
Yeah, you are sorry. If you're not tough enough to stop the rock, then you could at least give it the pleasure of smushing you instead of jumping out of the way like a jelly-boned wimp.
God damn.
Now, do you have what it takes to face that rock like an earthbender?
No, I don't think I do.
He needs a
Aang, it's
little
no
bit of
big
positive
deal.
reinforcement.
You'll take a break and try
Yeah.
earthbending again when you're ready. Besides, you still have a lot of waterbending to work on, okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Why can't I do it?
So this is like a
Instead of
training
lightning, It
episode.
keeps exploding in my face. Like everything always does.
Oof.
I was afraid this might happen. You will not be able to master lightning until you have dealt with the turmoil inside you.
What turmoil?
Turko, you must let go of your feelings of shame if you want your anger to go away.
But
I mean, what isn't turmoil inside you? Just some of the stuff we've seen from your past. You have to be able to not really get over it, but like learn from it and just accept it.
I don't feel any shame at all. I'm as proud as ever.
Prince Zuko, pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame.
Well, my life has been nothing but humbling lately.
I
Yeah,
have another
bucket of
idea.
humble.
I will teach you a firebending move that even Azula doesn't know, because I made it up myself.
Look, I'm sorry I hunted you, but that's just the natural order of things. Big things eat smaller things, nothing personal. But this time it didn't work out that way. I admit it. You're cute.
Right? Is this gonna
Okay,
claim you as home
convinced
now?
Me. If I get out of this alive, it's a karmically correct vegetarian existence for me. No
I-
meat. Even though meat is so tasty.
I don't think you can do it. Aww.
Hey, looks like my karma's already paying off. That's okay, I got it. Yeah.
One more little push.
Now come back,
Boomerang's not coming back.
If you face this issue instead of avoiding it,
I know. I get it, all right? I need to face it head on like a rock, but I just can't do it. I don't know why I can't, but I can't.
Aang, if fire and water are opposites, then what's the opposite of air?
I guess it's Earth.
And
That's why it's so hard for you to get this.
exactly. The opposite element would be the most difficult, especially if you are in air, you know, your main thing is air. The opposites would be the hardest. Maybe that's why firebenders and waterbenders would have the hardest time learning the opposite.
You're working with your natural opposite, but you'll figure it out. I know you will.
Think fast!
Ooh.
Excellent. You have the reflexes of a water-bending master.
Thanks, Katara. Sifu, Katara.
Earth is the element of substance. The people of the Earth Kingdom are diverse and strong.
They're all so
They are
different.
persistent and enduring. Air is the element of freedom. The air nomads detached themselves from worldly concerns and found peace and freedom. Also, they apparently had pretty good senses of humor.
You would have fit in.
Water is the element of change. The people of the water tribe are capable of adapting to many things. They have a deep sense of community and love that holds them together.
I noticed
through
that.
anything. Understanding others, the other elements, and the other nations will help you become whole.
All this four elements talk is sounding like Avatar
It
stuff.
really is.
It is the combination of the four elements in one person that makes the Avatar so powerful. But it can make you more powerful too. You see, the technique I am about to teach you is one I learned by studying the waterbenders.
So maybe using, like, you're not technically using the elements, but maybe he created something by using, like, the style and the way they did stuff is in the bending, but not the actual bending themselves, since it doesn't seem like if you're fire bending, you can go and do water bending.
I found these nuts in your bag. I figured you wouldn't mind. And besides, even if you did, you're too much of a pushover to do anything about it.
As a matter of fact, I don't mind. I'm happy to share anything I have.
You know, I'm really glad you feel that way, because I also have this great new nutcracker.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I'd prefer if you didn't. That's an antique, handcrafted by the monks.
Oh, is she trying to get him angry?
Not the only delicate instrument around here.
Hey, Aang, have you seen...
Meditating here.
It's important. It's almost sundown and Sokka isn't back yet. I
Oh
think we
yeah,
should
he's still
search for him.
stuck.
We'll find him faster if we split up.
Okay, karma person or thing, whoever's in charge of this stuff.
Oh, it's trying so
If I can just get
hard.
out of this situation alive, I will give up meat and sarcasm. Okay?
No, I don't believe it.
That's all I got. It's pretty much my whole identity. Sokka, the meat and sarcasm guy. But I'm willing to be Sokka,
How
the
true
booze
is
and
that?
straight talk fellow. Deal? Aang!
He couldn't
Thank
do it.
goodness.
No
Have
way.
you got any meat?
Sokka, are you okay?
Stop! You're gonna pull my fingers off, and I don't think the rest of me is coming.
Oh.
Bet I can airbend you out of here.
Or earthbend. Maybe you have to earthbend him out.
I can't. I can't do it.
Maybe it's worth trying, though. At this
Well, if you
point.
can't earthbend me out of here, go get Toph.
I can't do that either.
You can't? Why not?
It would just be really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Well, I
He's
wouldn't want
pretty
you to feel
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable.
Thanks, Sokka. This whole earthbending thing really has me confused. There's so much pressure. Everyone expects me to get it right away. It puts me in a really awkward position.
Awkward position. I think I know the feeling.
If I try, I fail. But if I don't try, I'm never gonna get it. I feel like I'm caught between a rock and a hard place.
I love this.
Aang, this is my friend, Fufu Cuddly Poops. Fufu Cuddly Poops, Aang.
Aw, what
That's
a
the
cute name
best
for a
name
little baby
ever.
saber-toothed moose lion cub.
Oh, God. And there's his mom.
Waterbenders
I would have
deal
never
with
guessed
the
that
flow of
combination.
energy. A waterbender lets their defense become their offense, turning their opponent's energy against them. I learned a way to do this with lightning.
You can
Ooh.
teach me to redirect lightning?
If you let the energy in your own body flow, the lightning will follow it. You must create a pathway from your fingertips, up your arm to your shoulder, then down into your stomach.
Wasn't he doing something like that in one of the former episodes? He was doing something. He had his arms in that position and was like directing lightning or doing something with lightning. So that must have been the technique.
The stomach is the source of energy in your body. It is called the Sea of Chi. Only in my case, it is more like a vast ocean. You must not let the lightning pass through your heart, or the damage could be deadly.
Yeah, you could
You may
probably
wish
get
to
yourself
try
killed.
a physical motion to get a feel for the pathway's flow, like this. Now, are you focusing your energy? Can you feel your own chi flowing in, down, up, and out?
I think so.
Come on, you've got to feel the flow.
And let's dance.
I'm ready to try with real lightning.
What, are you crazy? Lightning is very dangerous.
I thought that was the point. You teaching me how to protect myself from it.
Yeah, but
But I'm not going to shoot lightning at you.
right away?
If you're lucky, you will never have to use this technique at all.
It's more of a defense.
Well, if you won't help me, I'll find my own lightning.
I guess you could run into Azula, right? Is that what he's trying to do?
We found your cub.
Or literal lightning from the sky?
Aang, this is bad. You gotta get me out of here.
I think he's gonna have to do earthbending. Or airbending. I guess that works too.
This is really bad. Please, Aang, you have to earthbend me out. There's no other way.
He's gotta at least try.
Oh no!
I thought it was gonna be better than that.
Whoa, look at me!
Please don't leave me again.
I won't.
You know, even though that was airbending, that kind of, the way his stances and the way he had to do it was kind of the same style as earthbending, even if it wasn't physically earthbending.
What?
So she was there
You
to
were
save
there
them
the
just
whole
in
time?
case.
Pretty much.
Why didn't you do something? Sokka was in trouble. I was in trouble. You could have gotten him out and helped us get away.
Guess it just didn't occur to me.
No, I think this...
Enough. I want my staff back.
Do it now.
This is part of her
What?
training, I think.
Earthbend, Twinkle Toes. You just stood your ground against a crazy beast. And even more impressive, you stood your ground against me. You've got the stuff.
But
Do it!
He just needs to believe in it. Ooh.
You did it!
Get me out of here so I can give you both a big snuggly hug.
no problem, Sokka.
Actually, you should probably let me do that. You're still a
Yeah,
little
you
new
could
to this.
crush him
You
or
might
something.
accidentally crush him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no crushing, please.
Poor Sokka. He was
You found
defenseless
him.
this entire episode.
The whole time I was in that hole, not knowing if I would live or die. It makes a man think about what's really important. I realized
Hey, Katara, look what I can do.
And that's more important.
You did it! I knew you would. You tried the positive reinforcement, didn't you?
Yep, it worked wonders.
You've always thrown everything you could at me. Well, I can take it, and now I can give it back.
Oh, damn. So just physical lightning.
Come on, strike me. You've never held back before.
it might be better that he's not. Yeah, I'm actually kind of glad it didn't strike lightning, because I feel like he still needs more training with that. And just like he was told, like, you could really get yourself, if it hits the wrong spot and you haven't learned it perfectly, you could die. So it's really one of those things where it's more of a defensive attack. And what he said was, you know, using water techniques, that using defense as an offense. So being able to bring it back, you're really using water bending style, but not the actual water bending itself. I think that's really interesting, and actually pretty creative. I'm curious if you can, you know, I was about to say I'm curious if you could do that with other elements, but didn't like Aang kind of do? I mean, he used the same type of style with earthbending physically, and like obviously it's not the very same thing, but he was using some of this stuff, but just airbending as well, especially when he was fighting at near the very end of that episode. It's not the exact thing, but it makes me think that maybe you could make other techniques off the other elements as well. Yeah, I feel bad for Zuko not being able to perfect it or even do the lightning technique himself, but at least he has like a kind of a trump card just in case he does get attacked and gets hit by lightning. He might, at least he knows the technique to maybe defend against it and bring it back. I think that was extremely useful. This episode was really a big training episode on both sides, but I feel like I learned, like every so often, it feels like every few episodes we learn more about bending. And in this case, it was earth bending and fire bending / you know, lightning. And I don't know. I feel like I learned a lot in this episode.
What's out here?
A lot, actually. There's hundreds of little...
Shh. I know you can see underground, but don't ruin the surprise. Just watch.
What's down there?
Yeah.
Wait, so whack-a-mole?
An orchestra together.
Gophers?
Orchestra, huh? Well, la-dee-da.
Singing. So singing whack-a-mole.
This is great and all, but don't we have more important
Momo's
things to
gotta
worry
smack
about?
'em.
We should be making plans.
We did make plans. We're all picking mini vacations.
There's no time for vacations.
I'm learning the elements as fast as I can. I practice hard every day with Toph and Katara.
I guess he kind of
Turning my
deserves
arrow off.
a vacation.
What's wrong with having a little fun?
Okay,
in our
that kind of
downtime?
does.
Even if you do master all of the elements, then what? It's not like we have a map of the Fire Nation. Should we just head west until we reach the Fire Lord's house? Knock, knock. Hello, Fire Lord? Anybody home?
Let's see how well that goes.
Your turn, Katara.
Good luck on that.
Where would you like to go on your mini vacation?
How about the Misty Palms Oasis? That sounds refreshing.
Oh yeah, I've been there. It's a pristine natural ice spring, and I usually
Wait, they're
don't
really
use the
gonna
word
take a
pristine.
vacation?
It's one of nature's wonders. Must have changed ownership since I was here.
I mean, lots changed in, you know, over 100 years. There's no way you could have expected it to be like exactly the same.
One mango, please.
Jesus. Now that's service.
I don't see anything wrong with having one of those fruity beverages while we plan our strategy. Excuse me.
No worries. I clean up easy.
You're a living relic.
Thanks. I try.
An air nomad right in front of me.
It's funny, these drinks that they're showing, since this is this was what, on Nickelodeon? I'm going to assume they made, hey, that's a fruit, you know, I wouldn't mind a fruity drink. It's probably alcohol.
Professor Zay, head of anthropology at Ba Sing Se University. Tell me, which of the air temples do you hail from?
Wait, there's colleges?
Southern Temple.
So, Professor, you're obviously a well-traveled guy. Do you have a more current map? Ours seems to be a little dated.
Certainly.
Well, there you go.
What, no Fire Nation? Doesn't anybody have a good map of that place?
You've made a lot of trips into the desert.
All in vain, I'm afraid.
I would think they wouldn't have a good map for most people unless you were part of the Fire Nation, because I'm sure they're very secretive and very careful on people like creating ways to be able to get into somewhere like that, you would think.
I've found lost civilizations all over the Earth Kingdom, but I haven't managed to find the crown jewel, Wan Shi Tong's library.
You spent years walking through the desert to find some guy's library?
This library is more valuable than gold, little lady.
Knowledge.
It's said to
Knowledge is
contain
power.
a vast collection of knowledge, and knowledge is priceless.
And power.
Sounds like good times.
Oh, so this spirit has attractive assistants.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
think he means they look like actual foxes, Sokka.
You're both right.
Me and
Handsome
Sokka
little
think alike
creatures.
sometimes.
Wan Shi Tong and his knowledge seekers collected books from all over the world and put them on display for mankind to read so that we might better ourselves. If this place has books from all over the world, do you think they've got info on the Fire Nation? A map, maybe? I wouldn't know. But if such a thing exists, it's in Wan Shi Tong's library. Then it's settled. Aang, I do believe it's my turn. I'd like to spend my vacation at the library!
Hey, what about me? When do I get to pick?
You gotta work here a little
That was
longer
super
before you qualify for
overdramatic.
vacation time. Of course, there's the matter of finding it. Professor, would you like to see our sky bison? A
There you
sky
go.
bison? You actually have one?
And it's going to beat the crap out of the other people.
Away from the bison!
Sandbenders. Interesting.
Tell me, sky bison, are you the last of your breed? Oh, delightful! I only wish I spoke his tongue.
I was going to say, I don't
Oh,
think you're going to
the
understand him.
stories this beast couldn't tell. Shush, Chatty Monkey.
I mean, Momo can tell stories
Too hard to
too.
find a place like this out here.
Does this place even exist?
Some say it doesn't.
Shouldn't you have mentioned that before?
He's just happy to explore.
There it is!
Where?
That's what it will sound like when one of you spots it.
Ooh.
It shouldn't be this hard to spot a giant ornate building from the air. Forget it. It's obviously not what we're looking for. The building in this drawing is enormous.
But that could be... I was going to say that could be the tip, but...
What kind of animal is that?
Fox or something?
I think that was one of the knowledge seekers. Oh, we must be close to the library. No, this is the library. Look,
Yeah,
it's
I was
completely
right.
buried.
Okay. Just the tip.
The library is buried? My life's ambition is now full of sand.
The inside seems to be completely intact. And it's huge.
That fox thingy went in through a window. I say we climb up there and give it a look.
I say you guys go ahead without me.
You've got
Ooh.
something against libraries?
I've held books before, and I gotta tell you, they don't exactly do it for me.
Oh, right.
Well, yeah, and I'm sure there isn't, like, you know, the type of books that you can actually read if you can't see in this world, I would assume.
Sorry.
Let me know if they have something you can listen to.
And maybe audiobooks?
Don't worry, buddy. I'm not making you go underground ever again. You could stay out here with Toph.
Oh, it's breathtaking. The spirit spared no expense in designing this place.
Oh, I mean, you could
Beautiful
learn a
lanterns.
ton in a place like this. If you can get a hold of some old books.
Nothing. We just like architecture.
As do I. My word! The exquisite mosaic handiwork of this tile-rendered avian symbol. Nice owl.
But lot of Jesus. That is a giant ass owl.
I know you're back there.
What the hell?
Unless you want to become a stuffed head of anthropology.
Jesus.
Are you the spirit who brought this library to the physical world?
Indeed. I am one Shi-Tong, he who knows 10,000 things. And you are obviously humans, which, by the way, are no longer permitted in my study.
What do you have against humans?
Humans only bother learning things to get the edge on other humans. Like that firebender who came to this place a few years ago, looking to destroy his enemy. Why have you come here?
Knowledge for knowledge's sake?
If you're going to lie to an all-knowing spirit
Good
being,
try,
you should
Sokka.
at least put some effort into it.
I'm not lying. I'm here with the Avatar.
And
he's
the
bridge between
Avatar
our worlds. He'll
is
vouch
more
for me.
than human.
Ow. Yeah, I'll vouch. We will not abuse the knowledge in your library, good spirit. You have my word.
Very well. I'll let you peruse my vast collection on one condition. To prove your worth as scholars, you have to contribute some worthwhile knowledge.
Please accept this tome as a donation to your library.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, to go back to Zhao, like him coming here actually really does make a lot of sense to what he ended up doing at the end of book 1. All the stuff that he learned here, he used to probably, do all of his plan at the end anyway, how he learned about the yin yang and all that stuff in the first place. Huh.
Oh, these illustrations are quite stylish.
Oh, I know.
Oh no.
Ha!
I suppose that counts.
Oh, great spirit. Check this out. Ta-da!
Oh my god, even worse.
It's a special knot. That counts as knowledge.
You're not very bright, are you?
Oh my...
Enjoy the library.
Poor Sokka. I mean, I was laughing at Aang's, but I mean, even a spirit like this everybody tells Sokka he's not very bright, but even a spirit tells him he's not bright bluntly like that. God damn it. Why does everyone have to be mean to my man Sokka? Seriously, if I was in this world, this is exactly what would happen to me. I feel bad for him.
So, you like flying? Of course, I'm more comfortable on the ground where I can see. Well, I don't see the way you do. I feel the vibrations in the ground with my feet.
It's like the fox from Persona 4. I don't know why I get reminded
These
of that.
weird lion turtle things.
I've seen weirder.
Aang, did you know in a past life you were left-handed?
I always knew I was special.
The
Darkest Day.
in Fire Nation history. It's got a date at the top, but it doesn't say anything else.
Is he gonna swipe it? That could be some useful knowledge.
Where are you going?
I want to know what happened to the Fire Nation on their darkest day. This could be promising.
They destroyed everything having to do with
Of
the Fire
course.
That's so unfair! Just when I think I'm one step ahead of the Fire Nation.
Well,
it
they
turns
wanna
out
make sure they
put
don't
us
get
here
beaten.
A long time ago. I need to know what happened on the darkest day. Hello,
Standing up.
little weird fox guy.
Seems
Oh.
it's trying to assist you.
Sure. I guess I'll follow you.
Think it feels bad for you? Ooh. Wow. That is a smart
This room is a
animal.
true marvel, a mechanical wonder. It's a planetarium that shows the heavens moving.
This is like modern stuff right here.
How is it helpful?
Maybe these dials represent dates and times. Sokka, try entering that date from that parchment you took.
Shh, Katara! Not in front of the fox, he's with the owl.
The sun and the moon.
Wow, I gotta hand it to you, Sokka. You picked the best mini vacation, for sure.
I mean, this has became less of a vacation, more of learning
Hey,
things.
wait, what happened to the sun?
So getting rid of the sun.
You must have broken it.
Okay, so the sun being we know that the moon seemed to be some type of like the sun, the Fire Nation would have more strength, right? So if the moon's out all the time, the Fire Nation would maybe be at a weakness, and that's why like the Water Nation would have more of an advantage. We saw that like at the end of season 1 or end of book 1. So I'm wondering if that's what it's kind of taught. Like the worst day was probably like the sun being gone or something, or and the moon being out, and the Fire Nation being at a weakness to some point. I don't know. This is just guesses here.
The sun is behind the moon. It's a
solar eclipse.
It's literally the darkest day in Fire Nation history.
Of course. Okay, so maybe fighting the Fire Nation during a solar eclipse could make anyone fighting them at an advantage?
Oh, I get it. Something awful happened on that day. I don't know what, but I do know why. Firebenders lose their bending during a solar eclipse.
Boom.
Sorry.
That makes sense. I mean, think of what the lunar eclipse at the North Pole did to the waterbenders.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge.
We'll wait for the next eclipse, then we'll invade the Fire Nation when they're totally helpless. The Fire Lord is going down.
That is very useful
Mortals
information,
are
though.
So predictable and such terrible liars.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want people in that you're just going in there to, learn something to be able to do stuff against other humans. And that's exactly what they did.
You don't understand. If anyone's evil, it's the Fire Nation. You saw what they did to your library. They're destructive and dangerous. We need this information.
You think you're the first person to believe their war was justified?
Yeah.
Countless others before you have come here, seeking weapons or weaknesses or battle
Everyone
strategies.
has
We
their
had
reasons.
No choice. Please, we're just desperate to protect the people we love.
And now, I am going to protect what I love.
Now you gotta fight an owl
What are you doing?
that talks.
I'm taking my knowledge back. No one will ever abuse it again.
He's sinking the building. We've got to get out of here.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. You already know too much.
I guess he doesn't care about the Avatar.
I already told you, I don't want to snuggle.
Snuggle
Library's
time.
sinking. Library's sinking! Ah!
I guess she's gonna be able to hold it, or at least slow it down, possibly. What about all the books, though?
Great knowledge, Spirit! I beg you.
Aren't you technically ruining some of the stuff?
Vast collection of priceless tomes.
Exactly.
Sokka, let's go.
But we still don't know when the next eclipse is gonna happen.
That?
Don't be stupid. We'll find out later.
No, we won't. If we leave this place, we'll never get the information. Aang, come with me to the planetarium. I need cover. Katara, take Momo and get out of here. Go!
Yeah. That's information they really need. Because then you're just kind of guessing. If you know exactly when, you can plan.
What is it now?
Oh, shit. What a time to attack.
Who's there?
Because if this calendar can tell us about eclipses in the past, then maybe it can project when the next one will be.
You can't possibly check every single date.
I don't have to. We just need to check every date before Sozun's comet arrives.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
after that, well, try not to think about that.
It might be too late then. You're at limited time here. I wonder how close it's going to be until the comet.
Come on, Eclipse.
I mean, when the next eclipse is.
That's
Ooh.
it! The solar eclipse! It's just a few months away.
Okay, so not
Now let's get to Bossing
around the
Set.
same time as the comet.
Don't make me put this down.
Ooh. Oh no.
No, stop sinking.
Man, it's just horrible timing.
No. I'm sorry, Appa.
You can't do both. I'm guessing they're capturing Appa so they can use him to ride around places and stuff.
At least I'll have one specimen to add to my collection. Your waterbending won't do you much good here. I've studied northern water style, southern water style, even foggy swamp style.
The swamp. But have you learned about Sokka style? Oh no, my God! He called it. He actually called it that.
Let's go. I can't. I've spent too long trying to find this place.
That's so much. Oh my God! I just thought if you're gonna call it something for Sokka's gonna. Jesus, if that doesn't show that me and Sokka are on the same level, I don't know what does. Jesus Christ!
There's not another collection of knowledge like this on Earth. I could spend
I'm sorry.
eternity in here.
Just go.
Oh. Oh no, so
Where's Appa?
oh, there was a downside to this. Now you're having to be on foot and Appa's taken. That's actually going to put them at a huge disadvantage. They got a lot of stuff for going here, but now Appa's captured. Fortunately, you would think they would be relatively close, hopefully, but now they're going to be slower on foot. If they don't get Appa, it's going to put them in a serious disadvantage for getting anything done because transportation is huge in this world, and having Appa is kind of like a hack because you literally, it's the fastest and most accessible way of traveling I've seen on the show. So without that, they're at a huge disadvantage getting anywhere, learning, finding people for Aang to train under. All that stuff gets taken away because or at least they're already at limited time. It's gonna make this a lot worse. But let's just quickly break down this episode. We had a lot of things happen. They got a lot of knowledge. The solar eclipses, which is great. They showed they kind of did I love how this show kind of goes back to some things from past episodes. Zhao, how he learned that information in the first place, which I never really thought about, but I love that they kind of showed that and showed how he got that knowledge and why they would burn everything down because it's their weakness. We'd even seen that they were talking about it, but now we know for sure. And because of that, they can use that as an advantage to actually, and now that they know a general time of when it's going to happen again, they can plan. And that was the big thing, was like they need the time to be able to plan for the solar eclipse and then be ready to attack on that day around that time. And you just need proper prep time. So that, Sokka really did actually come in clutch with that, because without that knowledge, they would have been guessing, and it would have been almost worthless having that knowledge in the first place without knowing a date, because you're guessing. There's no weather channel in this world. There's no, there's no news way of figuring out the weather or when the solar eclipse is going to happen naturally. So that was very big advantage. I'm surprised the guy actually stayed down there, but what that tells me is there's got to be a way to breathe down there. And also the guy, it made sense for him to be there because he's all he's wanted is to go to that place and learn knowledge. And now you can learn there for a long time. And it seems like the owl might have a way to because he was able to bring it down and he knew how to do that, maybe he knows how to bring it up as well. So that could be a possibility. Maybe that guy won't be stuck there forever. But also, the only thing I was thinking about was food, water, all that stuff. That might be an issue a little bit. But the fox is down there, and it's got to be eating something. So there's got to be something there. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell. You can also check out these episodes early and uncut over on patreon.com/AJRich123. All my social links are down below, so check all those out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.